Hello, it is Thursday, June 19th, 2025. I'm Chris Remo, and welcome back to the New York Times Crossword Daily Solve. It's a Thursday crossword today, which means we're going to be solving some kind of more interesting or intricate theme. I'm ready for that today. Let's see how that goes. And today's interesting or intricate theme has been brought to us by Trennan, Spriggs, and, as always, the indomitable Showmaster and the indefinable Charlie Paget. Thank you so much to the four of them, benefactors of the Daily Solve Patreon campaign. Their generous support does, of course, keep this channel going, sustains it week in, week out, and I'm very grateful to them for that. Thanks to those four and to everybody who supports the channel via Patreon. If you'd like to do so, you can head to patreon.com/dailysolve or click the description field link. You'll find bonus videos available to patrons, and for benefactors like those I've just mentioned, there's of course also the official Daily Solve Let's Check the Crosses mug. Thanks again to all of the Patreon subscribers. All right, let's get on to today's crossword by Hannah Slovit Einertsen, who's constructed two puzzles for the New York Times, this being her second. It's a Thursday-themed crossword, so it will have something going on thematically that I'm looking forward to figuring out, hopefully, and it was edited, as always, by Will Shorts. Let's start solving, see what's going on today. Real estate, e.g. I mean, obviously, my first thought is real estate meaning property, that one land and the sort of construction on it. But it could mean a real estate, like a manor or something, as in, wow, that's a real estate. Or I guess it could mean estate in the sense of the whole of someone's holdings, their sort of wealth. Stephanie Germanotta, a.k.a. Lady Gaga, surely. That's very unfortunate. Don't know. Weight commonly known by only its second part. Interesting. Be curious to see what that is. Frida, who portrayed her chronic pain through art. Frida Kahlo. Does that help me with this? That's very unfortunate. Weight measurement. I'm very curious to see what this will be. I wonder if I know the first part. I wonder if I only know the second part, as it is commonly apparently known. North Blank, New York, home of Lake Placid. I don't know. Simple exercise often done while standing. Don't know that either. Acrobat developer. So it could be a software developer, Adobe, which produces Adobe Acrobat, which is a PDF reader and editor. That's very unfortunate. Sad, maybe. Real estate. Oh, asset. Okay, so a holding. Yeah, part of your estate, I guess, your wealth, your holdings. North Elba, maybe, New York? I don't know. Tattleon, or an instruction for answering 22 across. And what's that say? Proverbial bad thing to have your mind in. Get your mind out of the gutter, someone might say. So, Tattleon, or an instruction for answering gutter. Maybe that's wrong. For answering gutter, that doesn't make sense. Bad thing to have your mind in. A bad state of what's just proverbial would suggest it's a saying. So I'm trying to think what kind of saying. You've got your mind in. Boy, I really want it to be gutter. Self-congratulatory. Secondary social media account. Your alternate account. Like Hawaii among the 50 states. Farthest, most recent. Subject of this land is your land, informally. The U.S.? It's a Woody Guthrie song, right? And it's about, sort of the people's common ownership of the United States, and it mentions different parts of it. First word of Carroll's Jabberwocky. Lewis Carroll's Jabberwocky. 'Twas. This is his poem with all sorts of new coinages. I can sort of remember how the first line scans, but I can't remember the words. 'Twas Brillig, maybe it begins. I don't remember. Water wheel, question mark. Halo? No. What is that? Lake Hawaii among the 50 states. Self-congratulatory. Oh, smug? That would work with gutter. Water wheel. Helm? Oh, yeah. Right, like on a ship. The helm of a ship, the wheel. And on the sea, the water. You're in on this? Et tu, Brute? There we go. This is certainly the official, I would say, arguably the official expression of betrayal of the New York Times crossword. Et tu, Brute, as Shakespeare had Julius Caesar say. Wettest Hawaii among the 50 states? That seems weird. Is that right? Tattlon. Gutter. Intermediary. Silent marching band position. Don't know what that's about. Oh, band leader or something? I don't know. Trumpeted. Upfront payments. Antes, maybe? To get into a poker game or something? Person it should be impossible to surprise. Someone who's seen it all. What would this be? Groups that are often inactive in the summer. PTAs, parent-teacher associations, because school's not in session. The best of the best. A1? Trumpeted. Oh, right. If you, in a metaphorical sense, if you trumpeted someone's achievements, you touted them. You sort of extolled them. A person it should be impossible to surprise. Oh, seer, because they've already predicted whatever is happening. The best of the best. Maybe it is A1. Silent marching band position. Don't know. This has got to be gutter. Have your, proverbial bad thing to have your mind in the gutter. It's got to be correct. Silent marching band position. Intermediary. Blank of Solomon. What is this? Should I know this? I don't know. Some aquarium attractions or an instruction for answering 30 across. And 30 across is like the tail of a stegosaurus spiked. How do we read these? I don't understand the theme yet, as you can tell. Some aquarium attractions or an instruction for answering spiked. What does that mean? Don't know. This might help. Intermediary. Busker? Yeah. Okay, the Cavaliers on scoreboard. Ooh, I don't know. Indiana, Illinois? I don't know. Like a dog in the middle of a bath. Like Hawaii among the 50 states. I mean, among the 50 states is going to end with est because it's saying it's the somethingest among the 50 states. It looks like wettest, doesn't it? Tattle on, rat out. Or an instruction for answering gutter. Rat out. What? Sorry about this. I do not understand. I feel like I'm really missing something I should be seeing. Simple exercise often done while standing. A toe tap, maybe? Toe something? Sites for mosaics in cathedrals often. Apses? Is the apse the official sort of architectural element of a church? I actually can't remember. Or is it the nave? I think it's the apse. I think we see the apse more than anything else. I think that's probably the case. Someone remind me. Nail polish brand with a shade. I just can't cope. Cabana. Yeah, it's probably OPI. I think they're often clued with these sort of cute names. Some aquarium attractions. I don't know. Weight measurement, commonly known only by its second part. Oh, right. Is it a short ton? Right. I am aware of that. A short ton and a long ton. And then I guess a short ton is I don't know, sort of U.S. imperial ton as opposed to a metric one. Okay. And then long, I guess, is something else entirely. Back muscle in brief. Latissimus muscle. Bakery purchase. Not sure. Some aquarium. Octopi. Or an instruction for answering 31 across. OC to pi? Socked. Oh, right. If we'd changed OC to PI, we would have started with the word socked, or an instruction for answering socked or spiked. Does that work with here, this as well? RA to UT, we would have greater. Okay, I don't understand what that means. I think that's what's going on. You know, we've had words from which we've changed RA to UT, and in this case, OC to PI. So we've gone from greater to gutter and socked to spiked, but I don't know to what end. Okay, I'm still not quite understanding. There's something I'm obviously not seeing, but we're getting closer. Bakery purchase a loaf of bread. When Elphabeth sings Defying Gravity in Wicked. I have not seen Wicked, but presumably it doesn't have 5 acts. So the only thing I think this could be, well, no, maybe it could actually, because it was, you know, films usually you describe as having 3 acts, but often dramatic productions have 5. I mean, obviously these aren't rules, but it's just common. It's not uncommon anyway. So it could be Act 1 or Act 5. Although actually it's not going to be Act 5 because this wouldn't put a V there. So that's an I. So it must be Act 1. Okay, diplomacy is finesse, tact. Creates some opportunities. Opens doors. Yeah, that fits. So this on is a top. Something's on something, it's a top it. Close or close. Close could be near to or nearby. I don't know. Fulcrum sculptor Richard something. More likely to be marked down, say. Could be marked down price-wise, or it could be marked down in terms of grading on an assignment, like a dog in the middle of a bath. I don't know what we're looking for there. The Cavaliers on scoreboards, right, okay, I saw all of this. Let's come back to it. Begins to feel real. It begins to feel real. It sets in. The feeling is setting in. It's beginning to feel real. Sao Gonçalo, Brazil, probably. Oops. Informal name for a weather event or an instruction for answering 45 across. Right. Oh, wait a second. Is this? No. Oh, maybe the thing that's in there. Sorry. I see. Right. I understood what this was, but I didn't put it in correctly. So this is RA. It's greater because to answer the proverbial bad thing to have your mind in, we need to change RA to UT. Sorry, this should be in the original state. This should be OC. There we go. Now this all makes sense. Sorry, you must have been wondering why I was missing that step after I basically explained how this worked. And I didn't do anything about it. Okay, well, now maybe that'll help me solve these. So wait, what was this then? Informal name for a weather event or an instruction for answering 45 across. And that's precursor to a license, a permit. So we're changing something to we're changing, I'm thinking of a learner's permit. Changing something to PE, permit, and then it'll be something S, R, MIT. No. That doesn't look right. I guess it doesn't need to be the first 2 letters. Why did I assume that was PE? I don't know why I assumed that. Fulcrum, yeah, okay, I don't know. I want to be able to get this, but I'm not sure. Maybe it starts PE, each, per, yeah. F equivalent. So in music theory, the equivalent of F could be E sharp, 1 semitone higher than E. The sharped note would be equivalent to an F, just as I guess an E would be the equivalent of F flat. Okay, something S. So there's a something. So this is either RM or M. Oh yeah, no, it is RM. And then it's a T-storm, a thunderstorm. TS to RM. Okay, so the RM started as TS. And then it ends with IT. Petsit. There we go. That's a word. Okay. So the precursor to a license is a permit, which we get by starting with pet sit and changing the TS to an RM. There we go. Okay. Sorry, thanks for bearing with me while I puzzled that one out. Okay, fulcrum sculptor Richard, I don't know, but it probably looks like it ends with Y, like Perry maybe. They keep the wheels turning. Yokes, maybe? Or axles? That looks more likely. Stunt person's two-wheeler. BMX bike? Yeah. Certain clergy member. This looks like it's going to be bishop, but with something R. Oh, bar hop. AR changing to IS. Yes, part of it, there it is. Part of a beer name is Artois. Stella Artois is a beer. And that's the instruction. AR to IS changes bar hop to bishop. There we go. Great, good. Finally, I'm smoothly proceeding with the theme. NASCAR blank demographic group. Kids? I don't know. I don't recognize that phrase, but it would fit. Heavily inked. No, that's not wrong. No, dads maybe? NASCAR dads? Tatted? There we go. Tattooed? Yeah. Had the wheel, you drove a car. Maybe a NASCAR dad drove a car. In no way. Not one bit. There we go. That's right. For all time would be ever. From the start would be anew and then forms a union as weds. Podcasters need would be a mic, such as the one into which I'm speaking at this very moment. Makeup of some gloves and paint would be latex, I suppose. Rock climber would be an ibex, so a rock climber, an animal. Prefix with sweet or soft, semi-sweet or semi-soft are both descriptors. Chest guard is a bib, okay? Orderly display would be, what, an array maybe? Witherspoon of Little Fires Everywhere, Reese Witherspoon, the actor. Temporary store could be a pop-up establishment. And then Sun Devil School, so Arizona State University, that would be. All right. And then Okie Dokie is yep. And here we go, the official snack cookie of the New York Times crossword. A commercial item sometimes advertised as twistable would be an Oreo because they advertised that you'd sort of twist the two halves apart. Activity for many high school juniors would be something prep? Test prep, maybe? Okay, teddy bear, e.g. is a toy, maybe? Is that right? Teensy is itty, maybe, very small. Singer Cruise with the 2010 hit Dynamite. Do I know this person? I'm not sure. Let's see. Elected position could be a seat, an office. Comedian Chelsea. Oh, I've certainly seen the name Chelsea Peretti. Could that be this person? Tayo Cruz. I don't know if this is right. Is this right? Teddy bear, toy. Precursor to a license. TS to RM. Permit. Yeah, that's right. Elected position is seat. Chelsea Peretti. It does sound right. Okay, I'm gonna have to assume this is correct. Hopefully the 39 down is right as well. Like a dog in the middle of a bath is soppy. Fulcrum sculptor Richard Serra, maybe? No. More likely to be marked down, say. I don't know. Huh. The Cavaliers on scoreboard. Cleveland, probably. Intermediary. A broker, right? Someone sort of working through a financial transaction. Odes of Solomon, perhaps? The official poetic form of the New York Times crossword, the ode. Silent marching band position. Silent marching band position. I don't know. Parade. That was helpful to just put that in. Parade. I don't know. More likely to be marked down, say. What am I missing? Something must be wrong. Wettest. That's got to be right. Like Hawaii, among the 50 states, the wettest of the 50 states. That must be right. It's an island group. More likely to be marked down, say. Staler, like food. Oh, soapy. The dog is soapy. It's got soap on it. Okay, right, fine. I mean, that's funny. Doesn't seem specific to a dog, really. Anyone in the middle of the bath could be soapy. But I was thinking soppy because I was thinking of the dog's hair sort of matted down in a distinctively canine sort of way. But no, I guess it's this. It's staler, so the more likely to be marked down. So fulcrum sculptor Richard Serra, and then parade rest, silent marching band position. I don't know what that is. Is that right? It is. Okay, I don't recognize the phrase, but that doesn't mean anything. It just means I don't know that marching band position. But there we go. All right, great. So that had a very nice theme that took me a while to fully understand. Even when I started, I sort of understood how to solve it before I understood how to actually interpret it, which is odd. I guess that happens. Yeah, let's take a look at it. So to tattle on someone, if we change is to rat them out, and then changing RA to UT turns greater to gutter, the proverbial bad thing to have your mind in. Some aquarium attractions are octopi, and changing OC to PI changes socked to spiked, like the tail of a stegosaurus. The informal name for a weather event could be a T-storm, a thunderstorm, and TS to RM changes pet sit to permit, the precursor to a license, a driving license. And finally, part of a beer name, Artois, AR to IS changes bar hop to bishop, a certain clergy member. There we go. A nice sort of bit of wordplay throughout this theme. I think that worked very well, and it took me a few rounds of comprehension to fully fully put it all together. Let me know how you fared with this one and how this how your own understanding of this theme progressed in the comments or the Daily Solve Discord chat server. There's a link to that friendly chat community underneath the video. Always curious to hear how people managed with these puzzles. And thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. If you've done so, do consider subscribing to the channel if you've been enjoying these videos. And I'll be back tomorrow for a Friday crossword. None of this theme solving tomorrow, just straight clues, possibly punny ones. Join me tomorrow and find out. But until then, please do have an excellent remainder of your Thursday. Take care.